Hey guys, I'm Suzanne Bowen. I am from Franklin, Tennessee, that's just south of Nashville, in my studio where I teach my method Bar Amped. And I'm excited to show you some great booty exercises to get you ready for bikini season. So you might want to have a chair or something sturdy for balance. This is a standing 3 exercises, and so I think you're going to love it. So I want you to take your legs in underneath your hips, and always remember that you want to be warm before you start to really work deeply in your muscles. Soften your knees, and then lift your abdominal wall up. Now we're going to lift the right heel up and sink down into this one-leg squat position. Bring your hands to your hips and lift your abdominal wall up. And then we're going to lift the knee up, and then stretch the leg back. And then tap your toe, and then take the toe out, and then take the leg back. And then as you get stronger and more stable, extend and extend. And where are you feeling this work? And you're standing high hamstring, low glute, right in that banana roll area that we want to lift up and tone and get out. You're going to feel your standing leg, this left leg, fully, but this is the focus. You're lifting and pressing and then pushing it out. So your pelvis is moving over the thigh. That's your mover here. You're not bending your back at all. The only reason that your chest goes forward is because you're allowing the pelvis to move over the thigh, and that's what's going to really help you go into that area. So I want you to take the second part of the 3-part series is to take the leg back, and this is really where you might want something for balance. Keep your standing leg soft, and then hinge forward. Lift your abs up. So you're trying to square off your hips here. So this is an exercise that we do in the studio called fold over, and it's also a kind of similar to Warrior 3. We're going to bend down a little bit. Now take your arms out to the side. And you have to use a chair if you've got a lot of balance here. Lift your abs up. And then you're going to press down and into that standing leg and then lift back up. So you might want to find a focal point on the floor, something to look at that's not moving. But where you're going to continue to feel is that right in that seat area that you really want to lift up and tone. So it's very subtle, very small movement. Make sure you do not lock your knee out. So you want to stay down in those muscles and never give them a rest. And then you also want to protect the hamstrings and the back of the leg from overstretching. So you're going to keep that soft bend of the knee and then come back up. Now, the third part, you're going to take this leg as your base now. Take this leg down and then take the left leg back. Zip your abs up again and roll your shoulders back. We're going to reach the arms out, point your palms to the back. And again, hold something for balance. Scoop your abs in one more time. And then we're going to lift the left leg on a diagonal out from the hip, up and back. And so you're lifting it on that diagonal. And what we're doing is we're hitting the higher glute. It's that medius area, lifting it up in that little dent. So we're wanting to tone and lift the glutes up. Press and lift. Try to extend the leg fully. But watch your back. Make sure your back isn't moving. Because a lot of times people will start to really move through their lower back to try to get the leg back there. And sometimes that has to do with tightness in the front of the leg, but that's okay. You want to try to keep it really still. Hold something for balance if you need to. And then lift that leg up, and keep it inside that contraction, and then give it a little bit of a pulse, and a little bit of a pulse. And then we're going to bring it down. Now what you want to do is you want to do 1 minute on each of those rounds, and then switch sides. And then, if you're really feeling up for it, then do that twice, and that'll be a 12-minute workout for this area. You're hitting here, here, and here in just 6 to 12 minutes, but you always want to stretch. So let me show you a really quick stretch. You're going to turn and face whatever you're holding, and then you're going to take your foot on top and sit back, and you want to lift your abs up and untuck the hip. And so you're making sure you're not rounding your back over. You want to untuck your hip and get into that glute area. And then lift it back up. 30 seconds, breathing through each side. And it's been so fun. I hope to see you soon. If you're ever in the Nashville area, look me up. I'd love for you to come and take a class.